Woman assembles woke team to fight against trolls online. The woke Avengers. Hello everyone, this is Mr. Obvious, bringing you the obvious. And today on Twitter.com. So her name is Angela Sani, and here she says, I've begun assembling a team of experts to counter deliberate racist and sexist pseudoscience online and in academia. If you feel you have something to offer and would like to join us, please contact me by email address on my website. First meeting will be in autumn. So, this is already ridiculous. The fact that you think you can stop people from talking about scientific facts and evolution and IQ differences is insane. Now, I assume this woman is speaking specifically about IQ. Because here, you can see she blocked me because I BTFO'd her in the comment section. Here, the book is called Superior: The Return of Race Science. Yeah, so this is one of the woke academics that thinks that, oh no, if we talk about race and biology, it's racist, it's discriminatory. Facts are racist. The truth is racist. You know, and it really doesn't make a whole lot of sense. You know, it's a very dangerous time we live in where we can't even study IQ and more about biology to discover the secrets of humanity, the secrets of our biology, the secrets of our genes, because it might offend someone. Oh, don't you notice it's always the people who say they're anti discrimination, saying that, oh, that means that group is inferior and that other group is superior. That's not right. We have to stop this. Do you not see the irony there? They're the ones pushing out the labels. So here I say, ha ha ha, seriously, get an F in life. If you can't take mean words on the internet like, turn off your computer, LMAO. So this is Kenneth Vaughan, and he's part of the woke crowd. Thank you. I've been concerned about this after observing IQ, crime, and other data abuses in race realism and other nonsense drastically increasing in recent years. Because statistics, my friends, is nonsense. Despite only making 13%. Drunk Kitty replies, you mean things that are true, like two sexes and genders? Jack Turban says, I'll be here trying to fight the misinformation about gender, identity, and sexuality if you need me. Pound Brave says, great, enjoy your stay. And here we see the differences between what I assume is a skull from a Caucasian person and a skull from a person of another race. You can see the distinction. Nathan Confa says, in this paper I document prominent scientists and philosophers saying that we should lie about group differences in intelligence for moral/political reasons. Angela Dasani blocked me. You know, this girl can't even take a little bit of criticism. What makes her think that her crusade against these online pseudoscientific trolls is gonna work? She can't even handle people on the twatters, and it's completely destroying her. Yeah, I'm sure you're gonna beat the trolls, Missy. So here's an interesting excerpt from this paper. James Flynn, moral philosopher and discoverer of the Flynn effect, observes that if there are significant genetically based race differences in intelligence, the path to social justice, he actually said it, will be more difficult. To those who wish to prevent research that might uncover disconcerting truths, he poses the rhetorical question. Would anyone who holds humane ideals prefer to pursue them in a fantasy world rather than the real world? Social justice will not be accomplished by insisting on a fantasy. If universities have their way, the necessary research on race and intelligence will never be done. They fund the most mundane research projects, but never seem to have funds to test for genetic differences between races. I tell U.S. academics I can only assume that they believe that racial IQ differences have a genetic component. They do. And fear what they might find. They never admit that the politics of race affects their research and priorities. So exactly what Flynn was talking about in 1999 is exactly what's come to pass. Academia and universities refuse to even do the science because they know and fear what they might find. That IQ has differences between races of people and that it has genetic components. Twin studies prove this. Adoption studies prove this. It is scientific fact. Joe Littler says, at Helen Gunter 10 and team are doing brilliant work against eugenics in education, which sounds like it relates to this project. You know the funny thing about that argument? Like everyone says, oh, eugenics is so bad, to which I disagree. don't you realize that nature itself runs a eugenics program? It's called survival of the fittest. Now that humanity has lost survival of the fittest and just anyone can breed, we're gonna have to look into transhumanism more now than ever. Tristan says, what evidence and criteria, e.g. peer-reviewed pubs, will you use to distinguish the science and pseudoscience? Ian says, be careful to avoid attacking solid and legitimate research into ethnic and gender group differences, some of which are substantial. Ideological attacks posing on scientific vetting impede important inquiry and must be imposed, as well as McCarthy-type persecution of scholars. Conrad Spoke says his project is going to be 0% science and 100% anti-science lunacy. Okay, so here 8@44y says, we are all born as a blank slate. Anyone who disagrees must be silenced. Oh boy, look at this piece of irony. Carter Blunt says, I've spent +/- 15 years arguing things like climate change, vaccines, etc. I'm mostly done with it, but from experience, target the audiences rather than the disseminators of misinformation. Preachers don't want to hear new information, but oh my, do they want to argue. This is the definition of irony. Patuli says, this should be a laugh, especially the memes that will follow this lady's expert findings. Dan Tobias asks the real question. Fake science or true science that's politically incorrect? Jez Riley says, reading some of the replies from men shows exactly why this is needed, and how being an academic doesn't preclude them from also being very silly little boys with very limited emotional intelligence. Feels over reals. So as you can plainly see, this person is delusional. And they wrote some stupid book. It amazes me that people think like this, like the literal NPCs. They're so pathetic. It's really hard to conceive of how you can just blatantly deny the reality that's right in front of your face. And needless to say, they're gonna fail. But that's merely the obvious. Well, that's all for now, folks. What do you think about Angela Sani and her team of woke Avengers? Be sure to let me know. Now, because I'm constantly being demonetized, if you would like to support creators like me, you can do so by joining me on Patreon or Subscribestar for as low as $1. There are different tiers, you can choose what you wish. Doing so will get you access to Fight Club, a private Discord server. There's also PayPal options. If you would prefer to have a physical product, be sure to check out my affiliate link. My current affiliate is a MacBook Pro cover. That's magnetic, and you can use it to cover your camera up. It slides right in. I recommend the NyanCat version. Lastly, sharing the video always helps because websites are no longer promoting our content. As always, thanks for watching. This has been Mr. Obvious, and I'll see you all next time.